That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Yeah.
And we're back with WCK, Comfort Keepers Radio. So, Julianne, what got you interested in Comfort Keepers?
Mom passed. We were concerned about Dad being alone.
And Phil, what's it like to have a caregiver around?
Well, it's great. They help me get ready for the day and drive me wherever I need to go.
Check.
And I heard you guys are cooking together, too.
I'm learning.
It's been a huge relief knowing someone's there.
Learn more at comfortkeepers.com.
Okie dokie, we have things set up correctly and we are ready to go. It's time for the first shift here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. It is a Thursday morning. This is the first shift. I'm Marky B reporting. And the first shift starts every day with our Pledge of Allegiance and with our national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And a good Thursday morning to you from WRMN and from the Fox River Valley Media Network.
Welcome to the first shift, right here on the Voice of the Valley, WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM. Don't get that excited. I'm only introducing Marky B. Exactly. Featuring local news and sports, your Fox Valley forecast and local traffic twice an hour at 15 and 45 minutes past. Timely interviews, a radio shopping show preview, milestones and memories, and born on dates of the lates and greats. Elgin Trivia, and all of your phone calls, texts, and Facebook comments as part of the staff meeting. The First Shift is the most informative, entertaining, and interactive morning show in all of the Fox River Valley and beyond.
You liar!
Well, okay. At least it makes great background noise, whether you're at work, in the car, or at home.
Whatever.
Your host, Marky B, maintains an upbeat attitude every day despite the fact that he's saddled with an overall lack of talent, a delusioned ego, and false hope for a bright future.
Loser.
Yeah, he's pretty much a loser. But at least he tries.
Loser.
Welcome to Studio 14 in downtown Elgin for the First Shift on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Loser.
Shut up. Sorry, I didn't mean to argue with my alter ego on the air. 6:14. Welcome to the First Shift here on this Thursday morning here at WRMN AM 1410. WRMN Radio on YouTube. Getting ready for a busy show. Yeah, busy show today. Are you ready? Am I ready? I'm ready, I guess. Let's do this. Lots to cover in the next few hours. And in many realms and aspects of life. We'll cover that. I'll let you know what I mean by that in just a moment. But first, we start with a Fox Valley forecast. We start with fair skies, and we start with 56 degrees on this Thursday morning. Once again, this morning winds are calm. I hope you are. And winds have been calm a lot this time of the morning here lately. We've had some very mild, nice days on the hot side during the day, on the cool side at night. I guess that's the way a lot of people like it. Burned on the outside and pink in the middle, or something like that. And for today, maybe a little patchy fog, depending on where you were. Probably not the dense fog that we had in the outlying areas yesterday, but still a little fog possible. Increasing clouds as the day goes on today with a high of 87 degrees. And tonight we do have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms for the first time in a while. Mainly deep into the night, like almost when the first shift's going to get underway tomorrow. A low of 65 tonight after an 87-degree day, so we stay warmer tonight at 65. And then for tomorrow, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms early in the morning, maybe very early in the first shift on your Friday. Mostly sunny skies with a high of 83 on your Friday. Clear skies tomorrow night with a low of 58, and then looking ahead to Saturday, an isolated shower possible, otherwise mostly sunny, with a high of 87 degrees on Saturday. There's a 50-50 shot of showers deep into Saturday night with a low of 64. And then we now have showers and thunderstorms likely for Sunday. How about that? Mainly in the afternoon, mostly cloudy skies. High Sunday, only 75. So suddenly, we're starting to introduce a little rain to the forecast and a little change of temperature after this very warm last week of summer. The first day of fall is Sunday, officially, and that's when we start to see a change, with a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon and a high of 75 on Sunday. Today it's still summertime, though, both on the calendar and with the temperature as we approach 87 degrees for your high today. Currently we sit at 56 degrees as the show gets underway on this Friday morning. Or Thursday morning. You decide. I guess we have to go with Thursday, right? Yes, we have to go with Thursday because we have a lot to accomplish, and we need every day to accomplish that. So Thursday's important. And as we move into our Thursday show today, we offer you this here on the program. This hour, I'll share some news stories with you that I've put together, plus the bottom of the hour news. It should be fresh. Look like some new newscasts were being imported when I was in there a short time ago doing that. So news and sports at the bottom of the hour at about 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, all through the day here at WRMN. First shift 411, I should have a time for a little bit of that this morning. We do that mainly Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:15 during the show. Sometimes we come back with more during the 8:15 segment. I have actually written a haiku. I think I was partially challenged by Blackhawks Brad this morning. He was challenging my inability to get haikus done here lately, so I had to, you know us guys. We got to prove each other wrong. So Blackhawks Brad this morning said, as he sent me a text, "New challenge. Since you're having time issues getting to a haiku in a busy lineup, I challenge all listeners to use the word of the day at least once in your daily conversations. Emulate is our word of the day today if you want to use it. To match or surpass a person or achievement, typically by imitation. Emulate. I actually have a haiku that I have sent to Blackhawks Brad. Now I have to remember to use it. That's job number 2. Let's win this day, says Blackhawks Brad this morning. The American flag flies. The eagle flies over the fabulous Fox River. And BHB offers prayer number 1 after a record-breaking day yesterday on the prayer scoreboard. We reached new heights at 127 prayers yesterday. Today we have 1.
Wow.
1.
Wow.
Well, you got to take it one prayer at a time. 127 yesterday on the show. Let's see, what else am I going to have? We may check the dumb daily holidays of the day. We'll check your comments throughout the morning, of course, at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Also, the Image 360 information line. Image 360 at 506 Sundown Road, South Elgin. Bold solutions. Exceptional support for you. And the number's 505-926-1410 if you want to send a message that way today. 505-926-1410. Later on in the program, we have a couple of guests in the 8 o'clock hour. My normal Thursday guest, Marcus Mack. I saw Marcus for a minute yesterday. He does sports for us here on the station as we try to add the Sports River Valley, the Fox River Valley Sports Network. And Marcus Mack does a Saturday morning show from 10 until noon. And we're trying to link all of our shows together a little bit, get all of our personalities, if you want to call us personalities, interlocked with each other. And Marcus is going to join me. Usually his time is right after the bottom of the hour news at 8:30. But this morning, Marcus is going to call in at about 8:15. We'll give a quick summary of the sports world in his eyes. I saw Marcus Mack while he was briefly here yesterday fill out a pick 6 sheet. And he stuck it in the box. And you could do the same thing if you come in during our business hours on Sunday. Or Saturday, rather. Not sure where I'm getting these days from today. I'm getting my days all mixed up. Saturday, our redemption hours are 9 to noon if you want to stop by at WRMN. And you can physically fill out a sheet if you want to. You might win a $25 gift card from Rookie's All-American Sports Pub, Alexander's Cafe on Route 31, Old Republic, or the Village Squire. You can use the card at any of those 4 locations. Marcus Mack is in this week's contest, so I guess you've got to beat the Mac Attack. Can you do that? We'll talk sports this morning for a couple of minutes at 8:15. There is a new dispensary, a cannabis dispensary, having a ribbon cutting here in Elgin tomorrow. The ribbon cutting is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's called High Haven. Nice name. It opens at 15 Clock Tower Plaza, officially Saturday from 9 until 5. And Maja, I don't even want to try to start to pronounce her last name. It's Maja, the human eye chart, last name, will be in this morning to join me at about 8:30. She is, I guess, part owner of the new High Haven Dispensary, the cannabis dispensary that's going to be here near downtown Elgin. We have not had one of these yet. Other downtowns and other villages and cities have for a while now. Now we're going to have one in Elgin. So that's why Marcus Mack's going to move up to 8:15, because Maja is going to be with us after the bottom of the hour news at 8:30 to talk about what to expect at High Haven. And then coming up in the 9 o'clock hour this morning, it's Brian Anderson. He's got his bi-weekly edition of Kane County Speaks. Today he speaks to Sylvia Schrage. She's a local from right here in the Elgin area, and she's running for Kane County Board. And we'll see what Sylvia is all about this morning during Brian Anderson's Kane County Speaks show. You can introduce yourself to Sylvia as she introduces herself to you. The second half of that show is always open for phone calls at 847-931-1410. So that's what you have in store today on the first shift. And today on the first shift, we are looking at Free Queso Day. Where can you get free queso? Queso, so good with chips, of course. Find a place to get some free queso today. We're a little light on the dumb daily holidays today. Let's see. Salsa and chips are always free at Moe's Southwest Grill. So just find a place called Moe's. Or Liquid Gold, as they call it, is also free today. Free Queso Day. Are any local Mexican restaurants offering free queso? Each year on the day, this restaurant, Moe's, gives out a free 6-ounce cup of their queso as a way to thank their loyal customers. Where's Moe's? I'm trying to fast forward my reading here to tell you where Moe's Southwest Grill is. The original Mexican restaurant in San Antonio, Texas. So take a trip to San Antonio today, okay? And get some free queso at Moe's. Or maybe talk your local Mexican restaurant owner into offering you some while you visit them today. 625 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right, we're going to hit some bottom of the hour news. We'll see what No Nickname John's got for us. He often uses the dumb daily holidays today of the day to come up with his bad joke or pun of the day. Today, yesterday I only gave him a 3 on a 1 to 10 scale. So we'll see how No Nickname John does today with his bad joke or bad pun. Today in music history, let's see what occurred on this day in music history. 1979. Actually, let's skip to another one here, because the song I'm going to play right now is too long for the little segment that I have. So let's skip to another event that took place on this day in music history. 1999. American musician, songwriter, and record producer Ed Cobb died. Have you ever heard of Ed Cobb? Me neither. He was a member of the Four Preps, and he wrote the Northern Soul hit Tainted Love for Gloria Jones. Soft Cell reworked the song into one of the biggest pop hits of the 1980s. You know the song Tainted Love by Soft Cell, but do you know the original song, Tainted Love by Gloria Jones? Me neither. So let's hear a bit of that right now, taking us into the bottom of the hour news. There was an original Tainted Love. Us youngsters, yes, I'm calling myself a youngster, would know that. This is the original from Gloria Jones, Tainted Love, on the first shift. WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere.
It's a short song. The original Tainted Love. I think Soft Cell's song is a little bit longer than that. Tainted Love by Gloria Jones gets us started in music today. We may hear some CCR today, maybe some Jackson Browne, Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and maybe the Righteous Brothers this morning on the show. But now it's time to hear some Righteous News. 6:30 on WRMN. Good morning.
1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzette's. In an unexpected turn of events, Middle River Power has decided to keep its Elgin Energy Center operational, scrapping earlier plans to close the 540-megawatt gas-fired plant in Illinois. This decision follows a significant surge in capacity prices in the PJM interconnection area, where prices skyrocketed to $270 per megawatt per day. Kane County has made its draft for the 2025 fiscal year budget publicly accessible, inviting residents to scrutinize and understand how their tax dollars might be allocated, totaling $416.7 million. It's a 4% decrease from the previous year. 18-year-old Manny Davis is under arrest after a school resource officer spearheaded an urgent investigation into a threat against Larkin High School. Elgin Police Department, upon verifying the threat's lack of credibility, charged Davis with 1 count of disorderly conduct, specifically making a threat of violence against the school a Class 4 felony. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favorites, but I'm your #1 customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our #1 customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Around second is Brown on his way to third, being waved home by Martins. Here comes the relay by Swanson, not even close. Sliding in with the left hand is Brown. All the way to third base is Geloff, and the A's are back ahead 4-3.
The action on A's radio in Wednesday's 5-3 win over the Cubs at Wrigley Field. The result allowed the Milwaukee Brewers to clinch the NL Central title for a third straight season. Milwaukee is the first Major League team to reach the 2024 postseason. Tyler Soderstrom homered and Zach Geloff hit a tie-breaking double in the 8th. The Cubs were held to a pair of hits through 4 innings, but finally broke through in the 5th. With the bases loaded, Dansby Swanson and Seiya Suzuki hit RBI singles. Cody Bellinger's sac fly made it 3-1. The Cubs are tied with St. Louis 7 games out of a wild card spot.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/DC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin news from September 19th, 1924. Elgin bakers today announced a raise of 1 cent and 2 cents in the price of bread to be effective in the retail trade on Monday. The new prices will be 10 cents for a 16-ounce loaf and 15 cents for the 24-ounce loaf. The prices are now 9 and 13 cents, respectively. Advancing prices in nearly all ingredients of bread are given as the reason. Everything required in bread baking, except sugar, has advanced in price recently, it is said. Flour has gone up $2 per barrel, and lard is about 5 cents a pound.
Wow.
These advances are more than equivalent to the present advancement in price, said Fred H. Witherall of the Elgin Baking and Ice Cream Company. The new prices are the same as those in Chicago that have been effective there 2 years. From the newspaper advertisements, in a near full-page ad, JCPenney at 22 Douglas Avenue wants you to know that their new fall stocks are in. Sample prices include wool dresses for women and misses at $14.75, and men's suits are available for $32.50 and up. From the shoe department, women's satin pumps are offered for $5.90. The latest style in men's hats, known as the Snapper, is available in 5 colors for $2.98 each.
Wow.
And that's Al Walters from the Elgin History Museum, bringing you Elgin history. That's what they do at the Elgin History Museum. Right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Welcome to your Thursday morning, 6:36. Hey, our phone lines are always open during the show at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410 on the show. And let's take a phone call right now on this Thursday. I think we're fixing to take it overseas and see what's on Derica's mind this morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
G'day, Marky B.
G'day, Derica. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking.
I'm just watching the Australian version of Gogglebox and enjoying a cup of coffee.
Yeah? You drink coffee at night?
Yeah, I drink at daytime too.
What time is it in Australia right now?
It is 9:37 p.m.
9:37, so coffee at 9:37. I can't say I do that. Well, so
I have another koala story for you.
You have another koala story?
Yep.
These are real stories, or are you making them up?
No, they're real.
Real koala stories. Okay. What do we got today?
This time, it's about 2 baby koalas.
Okay.
And they were separated from their mothers because of health reasons. I think the mothers were a bit sick, and so they were separated from their mothers. So the zookeepers, and they are looking after 2 baby joey koalas, and the koalas have got 2 toy koalas to hang on to cling on to like they were their mums. They always give them a nice stuffed toy to hang on to, so it's more comforting for them.
Hey, Derica, when you talk to me, are you holding a telephone in your hand, or do you have a headset on, or how does that work for you?
I'm holding it in my hand.
In your hand? Okay. Because it's like really, really loud, which makes you kind of hard to understand. So maybe you should hold it a little further away from your mouth.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that's better, because it sounds so loud that it's distorted. It's hard for us to understand sometimes what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the koala story.
I was wondering if you could play a couple of songs. I meant to ask you the other night, but you were a bit busy.
What? Let's see. Today's Thursday. Today's not a More Music Day, but what songs you got for me?
Waltzing Matilda and Click Go the Shears.
You'll have to run that one by me again. I didn't understand what you said.
Waltzing Matilda.
Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah, that's a classic song here.
Okay.
And Click Go the Shears. It's a song about shearing sheep.
Shearing sheep. And what's it called again?
Click go the shears.
Click go the shears?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll work on that for you next week.
Okay, I'm just asking you to play these songs because you and everybody over there wouldn't have heard these songs. Treating you with these songs so you get to hear them.
I know. I feel really special.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. All right, Derica. Well, thank you for calling. Have a great night.
Okay, and I haven't heard about the Doug yet. There haven't been an update as far as I know about him, but as soon as there is, I'll let you know.
The tire slasher?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's still on the loose? The tire slasher's still on the run?
as far as I know.
Okay. All right, keep us up to date. We're all waiting to hear what happens.
Okay, then.
All right, have a great day. Night.
Yep. You too.
Okay, bye. All right, Erica checking in. She's from Australia. You know, they have really loud phones in Australia. They have the best in technology. Those really loud phones haven't come to the United States yet. 6:41 on this Thursday morning here at WRMN. All right, well, you heard the bottom of the hour news. You heard the news of Elgin 100 years ago. Now you need to hear the Marky B news. The news that I've been able to put together for the last 24 hours or so. By the way, congratulations to ECC, Elgin Community College. They had a big groundbreaking ribbon-cutting kind of deal yesterday at 1:30, and a lot of the local officials were there. I heard about it. It was well attended. I saw South Elgin trustee Greg Leisure last night, and we talked for a couple of minutes over at the Moose Lodge. We went over to the Moose Lodge last night to watch the Elgin Transparency Hub demonstration. It was the final of 3 demonstrations put on by the stats guy for the Elgin Police Department, Ryan Drake. And he's got a good radio name, Ryan Drake. Good morning, I'm Ryan Drake. Maybe I can ask him if he'll switch names with me. Both of us are numbers guys. He calculates the numbers for the Elgin Police Department and was demonstrating to the people that were there last night how to use the transparency site. My phone was not cooperating, so I was just watching along the best I could. I should have brought my laptop. But I learned a few things anyway, and I'll learn more. And I wonder if maybe at some point, on some day, here on the station, whether that would make a good YouTube demonstration. Maybe have Ryan Drake come into the station one day and show you on YouTube what the Elgin Transparency website's all about. That might not be bad for us the right time. One day in the afternoon, maybe when Tammy has the day off or something. We'll see. It's the Elgin Police Department Transparency Hub, which the EPD and so many other organizations profess amazing transparency. I gotta say that it's nice, all the data that you can access on your own. I guess the problem for a lot of people is they don't have a lot of time to access that data on their own. And if something happens in their neighborhood, they would just like to know quickly about it and maybe who was arrested. They don't list who's arrested on the transparency website. They just give you the information about what took place. But it's interesting, and it's something maybe we'll look into a little more deeply here on the show in the future. I was there for a little while. I said, when does something post on the transparency website to Ryan? He said, well, once the situation clears is usually when it posts. So it's not the ultimate transparency. I kind of would like to know who's arrested, but I guess it's an effort anyway to be more transparent to the people who want to know what's happening in their neighborhood or how many incidents have happened in the city of Elgin during the course of the year so far in each different category. You can compare this year to last year to see if crime is up or whatnot. So we did that last night. That's when I saw Greg, and Greg let me know that it was a really good turnout yesterday over at ECC for the 130 ribbon cutting that they had. They're really going into manufacturing over Elgin Community College, and they're knocking down the Hangout, that bar over there that's been along McLean for a long time and been different places besides the Hangout. German restaurant back in the day, right? Colonial ice cream shop's gone. Now the Hangout's going to be gone. And ECC is taking over there. So, but it's going to be a good thing for high school kids that want to get an inexpensive education and move into their career in something that pays very well fairly quickly in life. 6:45 here at WRMN. All right, before I get to the Marky B news, let's go to the phones at 847-931-1410 and take a phone call from our friend Trusty Pat this morning. Hey, Pat, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, kind of interesting. I drive by the Hangout and the old Colonial every day, multiple times.
Me too.
And it's going to be good to see that corner developed and a nice building for ECC put up. So it'd be a good thing. And like you say, there's more jobs available for these young people coming out of school. So many more opportunities than, back there was 40, 50 years ago when, certain people like me was getting going in life. But, it's kind of exciting to see that. Kind of interesting. I heard today that the shots fired software for the city of Chicago, hardware and software, was voted to be retained, and Brandon Johnson is vowed to veto that. And I just wondered what take was. It looked like, from what I saw, the data, it helped, and it helped in covering 400 and some guns and so forth. I know when you look at the city of Chicago, that doesn't seem like a lot when you think of the city over the years they've had it, but it's better than nothing. And I just was, kind of wondering what other people. I wonder what John Prigge thought about that. I know John's very concerned about shots fired. He's just a concerned citizen, and I appreciate his concerns on that. But
right.
I just wonder what thoughts are on something like Chicago, where it's a big city. I think it's great they've got it. I know Mayor Brandon Johnson was hoping to use that money to get himself out of debt. He's got a big wall in front of him, and I don't know how they're going to ever get across it. But anyway,
well,
I want to put my comments in.
Well, is that the reason why he doesn't want the shot spotter thing to continue? Is because it's costing so much money that he could use somewhere else?
It wasn't said that, but that's an obvious thing.
Yeah.
He's got $1 billion shortfall, and how he's going to do that? All the one-time money for parking meters and bridges they had and things like that. That's all. Water over the dam. They have no more money to go to. I don't think they have any more assets to sell. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come across that without. And he had pledged for no new taxes in Chicago.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see how he does that, climbs that mountain. But anyway.
Yeah. Well, thanks for calling, Pat. Maybe we'll try to discuss that in the coming days.
Yeah, it might be interesting. So thanks all.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Talk to you. Bye.
Trusty Pat checking in, drives by the what has been known as the Hangout and what was Colonial Cafe every day a number of times. And so do I, going down McLean Boulevard on the west side of Elgin. So do many of you. It's 6:48 here at WRMN. I was listening to Brandon Johnson talk about that a little bit this morning and on my way in. And he talked about how other cities, both red and blue cities, around the country have gotten rid of Shot Spotter. Doesn't think it benefits their city enough for the price tag, I guess. He mentioned a city in Texas that's very red, that is Houston, I think, maybe not Houston, someplace in Texas that has gotten rid of Shot Spotter. And he rattled off a bunch of other cities around the country that have, in defense of his position on it. 6:49 here at WRMN. All right, so I better get into the news real quick. Time's slipping away in a hurry. Good to hear from you, though, Derica and Trusty Pat this morning. Let's see. What have I been tracking? I got some First Shift 411. Going to talk about Halloween. and the big event that they've had the last couple of years over at Wintrust Field in Schaumburg. It's coming back for another year. Talk about that with First Shift 411 this morning. And it's Fringe Fest weekend here in Elgin, isn't it? I've never really quite gotten into that myself, but maybe a lot of you have. Going to have an interesting Elgin Fringe Festival play coming up that I will tell you about at Vern's at 76 South Grove. And Fringe Fest is actually, well, this particular event's going to take place on the 28th, Saturday night. So something else I'll cover with First Shift 411 this morning here shortly at 7:15. Interesting, we were talking yesterday about the person whose identification has still not been released, who was hit by the freight train just west of Elgin a couple of afternoons ago. And I did text the Kane County coroner yesterday to see if there's been an identification. Didn't get a response yesterday. And I looked at my sources to see if anybody else had any information. Couldn't find any. So maybe that information hasn't been released yet. But the discussion yesterday on the show is ironic timing, I guess, because then there was a story in the Daily Herald yesterday about a Barrington situation that occurred early this year. You probably remember it. We talked about it here on the show. Family of a Barrington High School student killed when hit by a Metro train while walking to class on January the 25th has now filed a wrongful death lawsuit alleging authorities failed to protect pedestrians at the crossing where she was struck. I read the story pretty closely, and then I actually went to the father's YouTube page and listened to what he had to say about his daughter and why the family is filing the lawsuit. It's about 3 minutes long. I was thinking about playing it for you this morning, but I don't know. He had trouble keeping it together, which is understandable. During his 3 minutes, some of it makes sense, and then he starts to cry a little bit, and it's hard to make any sense of it, so I decided not to play that. But Marin Laxon, 17 years old, died as she crossed the Union Pacific tracks at Huff Street in downtown Barrington. The suit was filed Wednesday in Cook County Court, alleges pedestrians were not adequately warned of the danger at the crossing, despite at least 2 prior occasions where the trains struck pedestrians there. Marin's death was entirely preventable, says attorney James Poulos, who's representing the family. Marin merely attempted to cross over the sidewalk on her way to school after the first train passed through the crossing without any warnings to alert her that an inbound train was coming from the opposite direction, and without notice that this inbound track was what is sometimes called a hot rail. In this case, it was a hot mess. Marin was unaware there was a second train approaching, says James Poulos, the attorney. Obviously, she wasn't aware. The suit names Union Pacific Railroad, Metra, Regional Transportation Authority, and the Village of Barrington as defendants. According to the 34-page complaint, no engineering study was ever performed after the 2 previous pedestrian incidents at the crossing to assess the risk of train collisions, and no action was taken to improve pedestrian safety at the crossing. There's certainly 2 sides to this story, and I noticed that from the expert analysis, otherwise known as the Peanut Gallery from the Daily Herald. But this, I wouldn't be surprised if the family, the Loxon family, did receive a settlement in this one. I wouldn't be surprised. The lack of safety measures is especially troubling because the crossing is located in a quiet zone where train horns are not to be sounded except at the operator's discretion, the family's lawyers contend. Metra spokesman Michael Gillis said Metra had no comment on the lawsuit. Probably a good idea, I suppose, when something's going to court. Initial attempts to reach Barrington officials were unsuccessful. But Barrington has said it is partnering with the ICC and Union Pacific Railroad on a project to install pedestrian gates at the Huff Street crossing and at the Cook Street Main Street crossing. Maybe it's a little reactive, unfortunately, and not proactive. The Canadian National upgraded its Huff Street crossing last year with pedestrian gates. It also upgraded its contact with Andy Frayne to provide extra crossing guards at the village's railroad crossings. Well, it's interesting. We can talk more about this. Larry's not going to be here tomorrow, but Jake's will be, I do believe, and so Jake's and I can lead this discussion if you want to chime in on this tomorrow. I added a couple of the reader comments to this story, but I don't have time to get into those right now, but maybe I'll bring those back up tomorrow morning on the show, and we'll get both sides of the thinking from the readers' comments. Defense of Metra and the village and defense of the family. So it'll be interesting for discussion maybe tomorrow morning on our show. 6:55 here at WRMN already. Let's see. So this is one story. I'll get into some more stories next hour. A solar panel has caused a house fire in Hoffman Estates. Something to talk with Marcus Mack about in sports at 8:15. It looks like a couple of our Chicago teams are coming back to regular TV, coming off the cable. And if you have an antenna, you can pick up your regular channels with the antenna. You'll be able to see the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and the White Sox again in the future. So we'll touch on that maybe at 8:15 with Marcus Mack. And other stories that I come up with as well throughout the morning. It's 6:56. Haven't gotten into our staff meeting much yet either, so we'll get our call to action and get that going next hour. It's going to be a busy show. Next hour is going to be very busy because I have two guests in the 8 o'clock hour. 8:15, it's Marcus Mack to talk sports for about 5 minutes. And then at 8:35, Maja with the High Haven Dispensary opening this weekend in downtown Elgin. And she'll tell us all about that. And then we have Kane County Speaks this morning in the 9 o'clock hour with Brian Anderson. Busy show today. All right. Let's check this day in music history as we get into the bottom of the top of the hour break, rather. Producer, yes? Can you cut the jazz music, please? Why, sure I can. You happy now? Yes, I'm happy. Good. All right, on this day in music history, Creedence Clearwater Revival scored their only UK #1 single with Bad Moon Rising, a US #2 hit. Also on this day, the group started a 4-week run at #1 on the US album chart with this song, which will take us into the top of the hour break. It's CCR, Green River, #1 on this date in history.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display. At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions. They have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Linzette's. King County has made its draft for the 2025 fiscal year budget publicly accessible, inviting residents to scrutinize and understand how their tax dollars might be allocated, totaling $416.7 million. It's a 4% decrease from the previous year. 18-year-old Manny Davis is under arrest after a school resource officer spearheaded an urgent investigation into a threat against Larkin High School. Elgin Police Department, upon verifying the threat's lack of credibility, charged Davis with one count of disorderly conduct, specifically making a threat of violence against a school, a Class 4 felony. In an unexpected turn of events, Middle River Power has decided to keep its Elgin Energy Center operational, scrapping earlier plans to close the 540-megawatt gas-fired plant in Illinois. This decision follows a significant surge in capacity prices in the PJM interconnection area, where prices skyrocketed to $270 per megawatt per day. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favorites, but I'm your number one customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our number one customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. This is Darian D. Silk Sims, the general manager of American Silk Radio. Are you looking for a place to broadcast your podcast? What about being on the airwaves? Well, this is the perfect place for you. We have incredible audio engineers that will do the heavy lifting that will help you to bring your dream to a reality. If you're ready to take a crack at being a podcast radio superstar, send us an email to americansilkradio@gmail.com. That's americansilkradio@gmail.com. Let us help make you a star, where it's always all silk all the time.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Colts tangled this Sunday afternoon in Indianapolis. Keenan Allen and Tevin Jenkins sat out practice Wednesday. Allen missed practice all last week and didn't play in Sunday's loss against the Texans. He's got a heel injury. Head coach Matt Eberflus says there's no timeline in place for Allen's return. Jenkins is out after suffering a deep thigh bruise against the Texans. No roster moves or changes to the offensive line that coughed up 7 sacks last week. Tomorrow night, it's a top 25 matchup for number 24 Illinois at number 22 Nebraska. Both teams are 3-0. Number 23 Northern Illinois home Saturday afternoon against Buffalo. Northwestern on the road Saturday at Washington. Southern Illinois hosts Southeast Missouri Saturday. Number 17 Notre Dame plays host to Miami of Ohio.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's out to lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up. Yeah, 7:06 here at WRMN. First Shift continues on this Thursday morning. It is the 19th day of the month, 19th day of September, the 263rd day of the year, week number 38, quarter number 3. And a good day to be you and a good day to be me, as we're here together again today on a busy show. A lot to cover in this hour, and then some guests next hour, and then Brian Anderson and his guest, Sylvia Schrage, running for Kane County Board in the 9 o'clock hour. Out to lunch with Matt today at 10. He's always prone to have guests on his program as he covers things happening here locally. 2 to 4 this afternoon, it's Talk Time with Tammy and friends. Her and the ladies talk about life, and they talk about, just things that happen in our lives every day. Kind of a casual mid-afternoon show, Talk Time with Tammy and friends. Monday through Thursday here on the station. Fridays, we kind of have a little open slot right now on Friday afternoons between 2 and 4 that we're trying to find the perfect remedy for. One of the reasons I didn't go to the ribbon cutting and groundbreaking event yesterday at ECC, I was back here at the radio station doing some work and listening to some different radio shows that I'm trying to consider for maybe putting into our weekend lineup, and brainstorming a little bit about how to best handle the 2 to 4 slot on Fridays with Tammy and friends. Maybe put something similar in that slot. But as for tomorrow, it more than likely will be the second shift with me in the 2 o'clock hour, and then maybe Sonar and Ben will start an hour early at 3 tomorrow to cover the Friday shift. We'll figure things out. I'll let you know more tomorrow morning about that. I have reached out for a couple of possible interviews in that segment tomorrow. So I'm tossing some ideas around for that slot and a couple of other weekend lineup slots that we're trying to fill at the satisfaction of our listeners. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to send us what you'd like to hear on the weekend that we do not have right now, whether it be local or national. What kind of programming would you listen to on the weekends on the radio? Send your thoughts to info@WRMN1410.com. Maybe you can copy me so I can see it too at mark@WRMN1410.com. Since I'm kind of going through that process right now. Info@WRMN1410.com. and maybe CC me, Mark at WRMN1410.com. Trying to make you a good Saturday and Sunday lineup mixed with local programming and good national shows. 7:09 here at WRMN. What else is happening? Let's see. The weather forecast is nice. It's nice and cool outside right now. I had a short talk with Anna the Chairman, Director of Foreign Affairs, and Gregarious Gina. They're outside hanging out at the executive table this morning. CK has gone out of town on a little trip to Michigan, so we'll miss CK the next few days. And tomorrow's going to be an altered show a bit. No Larry Jones tomorrow, and no Chief Anna Lally tomorrow either. So our Friday is going to be not so frenzied with different guests. It'll be me and Jake's between 7 and 9 tomorrow, and Tim Calderwood joins us at 8:40 for tomorrow's Pick 6. We will forego Fridays with the Finest tomorrow, and Steve Thorne will have a little bit longer of a senior community spotlight show between 9 and 10. Then we'll have Music Memories from 10 until 11. As Steve plays songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s for you from a certain year. Tomorrow we might be on 1955, maybe, I think, 54 or 55. And then 65, 75, 85, or 64, 74, 84, I'm not sure. But that'll be on Music Memories tomorrow morning. Celebrating 75 years of WRMN, 75 years of music that you've heard sporadically through all those years, also on WRMN. All right, so that's coming up on your Friday. The weather forecast, let's see. This hour we are checking in with a current temperature of 56 still, according to our National Weather Service forecast. Calm conditions. We're headed for a high of about 87 today here in the Fox River Valley. Increasing clouds. We'll start with morning sunshine, and maybe it gets a little more cloudy later in the day today. That's because tonight we do have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Might as well call it early tomorrow morning. A low of 65. There's a little rain coming into our forecast over the weekend. Tomorrow night, a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm, mainly around dinner time. Mostly sunny tomorrow otherwise, with a high of 83. Clear and 58 tomorrow night. Then the weekend, especially Saturday night into Sunday, brings a better chance of some rain. Saturday, an isolated shower, otherwise mostly sunny and 87. A 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Saturday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 64. And then on Sunday, showers and thunderstorms likely, mainly in the afternoon, mostly cloudy with a high of 75 on Sunday, and a 60% chance of some Sunday rain. Bears are on the road. They're playing Indianapolis on Sunday. Lots of high school football games tomorrow night. Maybe I can catch a preview of who's playing who and go over that with you tomorrow morning a little bit on the show. Here locally, we have some good teams. Barrington's very, very good. Hoffman Estates is good. Our immediate local teams are not so good, with the exception of St. Charles North. They're very good. In fact, the St. Charles North, I believe, might be ranked number 1 right now in their bracket, let's say. So they're local enough for us to cover, and we'll see if any of our local teams can get it together. South Elgin will probably go on a little winning streak now that their schedule's gotten easier. And I think tomorrow might be the Elgin-Larkin game. And I'm told that somebody is going to have to more than likely win when Elgin plays Larkin. Is that tomorrow night, the Elgin-Larkin game, South Elgin, Chris? I know first shifters come to the rescue every time we can't think of something or need some information. Chances are someone will win the game tomorrow night when Elgin plays Larkin. Now, Larkin has not scored a point yet this year. They've scored 0, and they've given up 168 in 3 games. Elgin has scored a few points, but they're still 0-3 also. And been a rough go of things on the football field at Larkin, and kind of a rough go of things in school this week with 2 different incidents at Larkin this week. involving what turned out to be non-significant or non-legit social media threats. But a couple of different students were taken into custody this week because of those threats, so. It's 7:14 here at WRMN. Rumor has it that the principal went to the high school football coach at Larkin. Said, if something goes down in the school, you got all the big boys. Can you help us defend our school? And the football team, the football coach responded and said, have you seen our defense? Sorry. 7:14 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Well, social media threats are not a laughing matter, and hopefully they can get that stuff under control. And students will stop that nonsense, and they'll realize that when they do it, they really are going to get in trouble for it. They might not want to go to school. Maybe that's the reason they're doing that, and they think it's an easy way out, an easy way to cause chaos and drama at school. But they're going to get themselves into trouble, and they are going to cause chaos and drama, and they are going to force the Elgin Police Department to use resources where they're not needed. I mean, we don't want the threats to be real, but we don't want the threats at all. 7:15 here at WRMN. All right. So Sunday, the weather changes a little bit on the first day of fall. A 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy and 75. And then cooler temperatures the first 3 days of next week, the lower 70s for daytime highs. 7:15 here at WRMN. A little first shift 411 for ya. Hey, Project Hope sent us a thank you note, us at America's First Responders Fest, for the donation that we made to them at America's First Responders Fest here recently. So it says, on behalf of Project Hope, I would like to thank you for your generous donation. We were able to give $1,000 to Project Hope. They're in Gilbert's, and they're an animal rescue organization, and they spent the day with us at America's First Responders Fest showing off the puppies that day. If you're ever looking for a puppy, they got some cute ones, and those cute puppies need a good home. Check out Project Hope, ARF.org for more information. That's Project Hope, ARF, Animal Rescue Foundation is what that stands for, .org. And we were happy to do that, and it was nice for all of our sponsors that came through and allowed us to have a little bit of extra money so we can make some donations like that to Project Hope, True Patriots Care, and Operation Sweet Life, our nonprofits of choice this year. Yesterday on Tammy's show, she had some guests in to talk about Three Fires Council and some things coming up, like the Big Timber Pumpkin Fest. They have something called the Harvest Hayride and the Dark Hollows Haunted Hayride coming up. It's a Big Timber Pumpkin Fest. And the one thing that's unfortunate, they left this card for me to pass out. Well, I guess there is a QR code. I guess that's good enough for putting website information these days, right? I think it's bigtimberpumpkinfest.org. I'll check that out in the next 24 hours or so, and I can give you more information about Big Timber Pumpkin Fest as we get into the Halloween season. And we have Dark Hollows Haunted Hayride passes, I believe, that I can give away at some point, or we can, in the next week here on the show. So stay tuned for that. If you want to take the kids or grandkids to a haunted hayride at the Big Timber Pumpkin Fest. More information on that's coming up, and we'll give away a couple of tickets. Also coming up a week from Saturday night, they're having Barrels and Bones and Brews. And it's a big night over at Camp Big Timber. It's the 5th annual Barrels, Bones, and Brews event, 6 o'clock general admission. 5 o'clock, they're having the VIP experience. It's the premier bourbon tasting event in Northern Illinois. Barrels, Bones, and Brews offering exclusive bourbon tastings and multiple food stations filled with tasty treats. Ribs, brisket, pulled pork, mac and cheese, and other delicious sides and desserts. Let's see. For more information, if you'd like to buy tickets for this event, go to BigTimberPumpkinFest.org. That is the website. It's BigTimberPumpkinFest.org. Check out information about Dark Hollow's Haunted Hayride, the Harvest Hayride, and the big fundraising event that they're having for Three Fires Council, Scouting America. That's what the money spent for your tickets to Barrels, Bones, and Brews goes towards. It supports Three Fires Council, Scouting America. So we had 3 guests that joined Tammy on her program yesterday, and I understand that Katie is going to be with Carol Gieske next Tuesday morning here on the first shift when Carol has her Chamber Chat show. So to find out more about this event and what's going on at Camp Big Timber, listen in to Chamber Chat with Carol Gieske next Tuesday morning in the 9 o'clock hour right here on WRMN. Right here on the first shift. All right, right here on the first shift. Next hour at 8:30, we're going to talk about High Haven at 15 Clock Tower Plaza. Their grand opening is 9 to 5 this Saturday. If you want to check it out, I'll be curious as to what they have. I'm not all that hip to dispensaries. It's never really been my thing, you know what I'm saying? But it is a lot of people's things. It can be helpful, I guess, to sleep sometimes, to get some of what they offer and to, relax, whatever. And it's legal cannabis, and it's come to Elgin. Ain't been my thing yet, but maybe you can check it out and see what all they have. It's the ribbon cutting going on tomorrow at 2 o'clock over there, and then Saturday 9 to 5 they're open. Raja, one of the owners of the new cannabis dispensary, is going to be in at about 8:30 this morning to talk about it a little bit. Been a little bit of a battle for them. I know at first they were going to open on Randall Road, and that never happened. I know that there were some people over there that weren't too happy about having a cannabis dispensary right around, a daycare center or something. That might have been part of the problem over there. Not sure why that didn't end up happening there. Maybe I'll find out with Raja next hour. But for you in the downtown Elgin area, for us around here, maybe it's a blessing in disguise as they end up over here at Clock Tower Plaza. We'll find out more at 8:30. It's 7:22 right now. Westside Freddy was in the house yesterday. He stopped by for a minute. Westside Freddy, I said. He's got a little festival of his own coming up that he's promoting. It's called A Wing and a Praise. Wing and a Praise. I think next Thursday morning, Westside and a couple of his friends are going to be in to promote this event. It's coming up on Saturday the 28th over at Wing Park. 4 or 5 bands and 4 different speakers. It's a time of worship, a time of music. They're going to have a time of free food. Push. Pray until something happens. That's what PUSH stands for. Lisa Warehouse, the Second Baptist Church, Lazy J, and of course the Push Worship Band amongst the performers at this event. Noon to 5, a week from Saturday over at Wing Park if you want to go catch some music and catch a little spiritual spirit. And I guess the food will be coming maybe from Casa de Restauración. Going to serve food that day out at the event as well, and it's apparently free food. So Westside and his group will be on with me next week at some point for a few minutes to talk about that. And that's coming up on Saturday, September the 28th, during the day at Wing Park. 7:23, we're looking at some first shift 411 here. Let's see, what else do I have time for right now? I'd like to maybe start my staff meeting. I got to do that. But let me slide one more thing in. If you're in the West Dundee area, Fire Department number 2 is having an open house. It's coming up this Saturday from 10 until 2. West Dundee Fire Department number 2 at 100 Carrington Drive in West Dundee. Join the West Dundee Fire Department for its open house. The event includes a fire truck tour, bounce house, raffles, and giveaways. Please check the event's organizer's website for all updates. It says here, so I guess go to West Dundee Fire Department and find their website for further updates. But that's an open house at 100 Carrington Drive, a week actually coming up this Saturday. West Dundee Fire Department number 2, 10 until 2. Hey, voting is starting to happen, so tomorrow, if I get a chance, maybe I'll share a little information that was sent to me from Clerk Cunningham's office over at the Kane County Clerk's office. I am a deputy registrar, which means I'm signed up to be able to sign up some people to vote. So if you want to sign up to vote, I can do that for you. And the letter was sent to me for that reason, but I'll share it with you because it's voter information. So I'll be sharing that with you, next chance I get. But we are a little tight on time right now, so let's get into our first shift staff meeting a little bit. And it's time for our Comfort Keepers call to order.
And we're back with WCK, Comfort Keepers Radio. So, Julianne, what got you interested in Comfort Keepers?
Mom passed. We were concerned about Dad being alone.
And Phil, what's it like to have a caregiver around?
Well, it's great. They help me get ready for the day and drive me wherever I need to go.
And I heard you guys are cooking together, too.
I'm learning.
It's been a huge relief knowing someone's there.
Learn more at ComfortKeepers.com.
Comfort Keepers of Elgin, their highly trained and dedicated caregivers can help your loved ones stay in the comfort of their home for as long as safely possible. A dream come true for many elders. It's Comfort Keepers of Elgin. Check them out if you're looking for such services. Thanks to Comfort Keepers for being with the radio station and supporting us. 726 here at WRMN. Heading over to YouTube for a couple of minutes. Let's see what comments have come in so far today from our first shift staff. Captain Keith is first up this morning, senior engineer, Elgin High, class of 1978, back when life was great. I was 8. All shifters matter. Have a great Thursday, shifters. All shifters matter in the eyes of the captain. Big Boss Man checks in. Good morning, Marky B and first shifters. Have a great day from the Big Boss Man, sending us 25 prayers to our prayer scoreboard today. It gives us a grand total of 26. Blackhawks Brad provided the other one. We had 127 prayers. A record-setting day yesterday on the prayer scoreboard. You know how I love numbers. And because I love numbers, I need to step aside and let you know that this is the 178th staff meeting of the year. Number 178 means 1,135 since we started counting all this nonsense. So let's win this day. Let's win this day. I say, 135th staff meeting of the year is well underway. Thanks for being a part of it. No Nickname John time here on the show. Let's see what he's got for us today. Good morning, first shifters. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. Oh boy. I saw something else having to do with a pirate. Meow Like a Pirate Day. I don't think that's how a pirate meows. Best I can do. But Talk Like a Pirate Day is what No Nickname John has come up with today. I saw a pirate with a paper towel stuck in his hair. Says No Nickname John.
Wow.
Yeah. Before I could even ask, he said, "Arg, I've got a bounty on me head. Arg, I've got a bounty on me head." Fat baby. Fat baby.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop.
Now!
Shut up!
I don't know, John. I think I can only give that like a 4. In my book, you've had a couple of rough days. And then you had one day where I didn't even understand your bad joke. It's been a rough week. A 3 yesterday and a 4 today on my 1 to 10 chart. But thanks for the effort. As always, no nickname, John. And Becky Blue checks in. Good morning, first shifters. Have a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine from me to you, Becky Blue. 15 rays of sunshine to the imaginary sunshine scoreboard. Coming up on 7:30. Also, a happy birthday to Sally. He says, "Arg, a happy birthday to me wife, Sally. And I'm not allowed to reveal her age, else I walk the plank," says no nickname John. Happy birthday, Sally. Happy birthday, Hector. Time for some local news at 7:30 to celebrate your birthday right here on WRMN.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzi. 18-year-old Manny Davis is under arrest after a school resource officer spearheaded an urgent investigation into a threat against Larkin High School. Elgin Police Department, upon verifying the threat's lack of credibility, charged Davis with 1 count of disorderly conduct, specifically making a threat of violence against a school a Class 4 felony. In an unexpected turn of events, Middle River Power has decided to keep its Elgin Energy Center operational, scrapping earlier plans to close the 540-megawatt gas-fired plant in Illinois. This decision follows a significant surge in capacity prices in the PJM interconnection area, where prices skyrocketed to $270 per megawatt per day. King County has made its draft for the 2025 fiscal year budget publicly accessible, inviting residents to scrutinize and understand how their tax dollars might be allocated, totaling $416.7 million. It's a 4% decrease from the previous year. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Curdan.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favors, but I'm your #1 customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our #1 customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
And here's the next pitch. This is a grounder on the left side. It hits off the glove of the third baseman, and the Angels are going to win the ball game.
In 13 innings, the Angels beat the White Sox 4-3 Wednesday. The action on the Angels radio network. The White Sox suffered their 117th loss. They're just 3 away from the Major League record of 120. They tied the 1916 Philadelphia Athletics for the 3rd most losses since 1900. They'll have to go 7-2 over their final 9 games to avoid the modern record of 120 set by the 1962 expansion Mets. The 2003 Tigers hold the American League record with 119 losses. The Cubs are 7 games out of a wild card spot after losing 5-3 at home against Oakland on Wednesday.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
This is Alan Walters reporting the Elgin news from September 19th, 1924. Elgin bakers today announced a raise of 1 cent and 2 cents in the price of bread to be effective in the retail trade on Monday. The new prices will be 10 cents for a 16-ounce loaf and 15 cents for the 24-ounce loaf. The prices are now 9 and 13 cents respectively. Advancing prices in nearly all ingredients of bread are given as the reason. Everything required in bread baking except sugar has advanced in price recently, it is said. Flour has gone up $2 per barrel and lard is about 5 cents a pound. These advances are more than equivalent to the present advancement in price, said Fred H. Witherall of the Elgin Baking and Ice Cream Company. The new prices are the same as those in Chicago that have been effective there 2 years. From the newspaper advertisements, in a near full-page ad, JCPenney at 22 Douglas Avenue wants you to know that their new fall stocks are in. Sample prices include wool dresses for women and misses at $14.75, and men's suits are available for $32.50 and up. From the shoe department, women's satin pumps are offered for $5.90. The latest style in men's hats, known as the Snapper, is available in 5 colors for $2.98 each.
Wow.
And that's today's report from the one and only Alan Walters, sharing information with you about Elgin from 1924. Brought to you by the Elgin History Museum, 360 Park Street, Elgin. Check them out sometime. I think once the weather cools off and there's a Saturday that comes around and not too much on the agenda, time for me to pay another visit to the Elgin History Museum. Check it out again. Remind myself of all the great history of our city. Been around since 1835, I hear. 7:36 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. The first shift continues. What else is happening? Let's see. Other news that I have for you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Well, Northwest West, by the way, chimed in, sent me a message. Thanks, the first shifters are my information providers, oftentimes. And he said he will be listening closely over the next week for a chance to maybe go to the haunted hayride over at Camp Big Timber. Yeah. I'll one of our shows will have some haunted hayride tickets. And let's see, what else? It was a card shop and tutoring center that was in the Strip that was having some issue with the cannabis dispensary opening up over there on Randall Road. But ultimately, Northwest West says it was the parking and the access, the big issue with that strip on Randall. And speaking of Northwest West and Northwest Wesley Jr. II, information providers and peace givers, and they own this phrase. They own this soundbite.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
It belongs to them.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
They got it at the WRMN soundbite auction.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
And now they hear it on the show every day. They gave it to me to play for them every day on the show. Thanks for the information, Northwest Wes. And what else did Wes have to say? He's got some good info that he shares with me every so often. He says Wing Park Boulevard is closed north of Lawrence all the way to Wing. Wing Park Boulevard closed north of Lawrence all the way to Wing right now. Why? Why? Construction? Or another reason? Or you don't know the reason? 7:38 here at WRMN AM 1410 and at WRMN Radio on YouTube. I could probably go to the Elgin Police Department Facebook page and maybe they'll have information about that. Oftentimes when there are street shutdowns or whatnot, you can go to the Elgin Police Department Facebook page to find out more. But nothing this morning on the EPD Facebook page about that. 7:39 here at WRMN. All right, what else is happening in the news that I've collected? Oh, some first shift 411 that I didn't get to. It's kind of newsy, I guess. I guess it's not so pressing for today, but I wanted to mention it to you. It is kind of news, I guess. Backed by popular demand, the third annual Schaumburg Halloween Carnival is returning to the parking lot of Wintrust Field for back-to-back weekends in October. And again, they will transform the baseball stadium itself into the House of Creeps haunted house. I've not been to this. It sounds pretty interesting, though. It sounds kind of fun. The 6-day event will feature family fun, carnival rides, tasty snacks, trick-or-treating, costume contests, tests, a seasonally themed arts and crafts show, and the VIP, the Very Insane Person Bar and Lounge.
Wow.
Yeah, nice name. The Very Insane Person Bar and Lounge, otherwise known as the VIP. Entrance to the carnival is free. However, parking costs $5. Yeah.
Wow.
That's where they get you. Entrance to the carnival is free, but parking costs $5. It doesn't cost anything to park there for a Schaumburg Boomers game. Trying to be sneaky, aren't you, Schaumburg? The 2 weekends are October the 18th through the 20th and October the 25th through the 27th. The hours are 5 to 10 p.m. on Friday, 1 to 10 Saturday, 1 to 9 on Sunday. So 2 back-to-back weekends right close to Halloween. October 18th through the 20th. That's the same weekend that Nightmare on Chicago Street is taking place. Stay tuned for information on how WRMN is going to be involved with Nightmare on Chicago Street this year. We have been, and we do plan to be again. And we'll give you more information about that as we get closer to it. That's October the 19th, I do believe. Nightmare on Chicago Street. You'll be hearing more about that in the next month for sure, right here on WRMN. But back to the Schaumburg Wintrust Field haunted house deal. Tickets for the haunted house are $17.50 a person when purchased online in advance and $25 at the door. The House of Creeps on the baseball field is normally for ages 13 and older, but there will be a designated kids period from 2 to 5 for $10 each for those under 13. And let's see. For more information, go to SchaumburgHalloween.com on Facebook. No, actually, it's the website. SchaumburgHalloween.com. On Facebook, go to Schaumburg Halloween. And you can also go to Instagram and TikTok, because they're hip like that, to find more about what's happening with Halloween in Schaumburg at Wintrust Field, coming up the 2 weekends prior to Halloween itself. 7:42 here at WRMN. We had a solar panel causing a house fire in the Hoffman. Wasn't a big one, I don't think, but let's see what the story says. Hoffman Estates firefighters responded to a report of smoke that turned out to be a solar panel that had caught fire on the back of a 2-story single-family home, 4300 block of Huntington Boulevard, 1:55 in the afternoon Wednesday, so yesterday. Fire Chief Alan Wax said a passerby made the initial report, but it was the crew that arrived at 1:58, discovering the solar panel to be the source. Power to the solar panel was cut. The fire was under control 7 minutes later at 2:05 according to Alan Wax, the fire chief. No significant damage to the structure of the house, but the solar panel itself will require replacement. I wonder if the solar panel company will pay for the damage to the house. 7:43 here at WRMN. Alan Wax said solar panel fires are not common, so if you have solar panels, I guess you shouldn't worry too much about it. The cause of this particular fire remains under investigation. 7:44 here at WRMN. Well, the Chicago teams are coming back to their roots, I guess, back to regular antenna TV. I was going to talk for a minute to Marcus Mack about that, maybe at 8:15. Bulls, Blackhawks, and White Sox fans who want to watch the team's games on TV will need to tune in to the Chicago Sports Network on channels 62.2 and 62.3 starting October the 1st. The network announced this week an over-the-air agreement with Millennial Telecommunications, WJYS Television, for games to be televised on the channels, which will convert to high definition starting on the 1st of October. The network will replace NBC Sports Chicago, which are they're going off the air September the 30th. We are making our content available on the platforms that our fans can watch, says network president Jason Coyle. For those households who, for whatever reason, chose over-the-air as their primary viewing platform, they now have an opportunity to see the games and build an even stronger connection with the teams and personalities they love, says Coyle.
Whatever.
I like that quote, though. For those households who, for whatever reason, choose over-the-air as their primary viewing platform and don't have cable, I'll tell you the reason. It costs too much to have cable for channels that you don't watch most of. That's why we don't have it. That's why we use YouTube all the time. That's why we have antennas. We got like 3 antennas floating around the house, depending on which TV we want to watch. And if we want to take the TV outside and stuff like that. If we want to take a television camping with us. So antenna TV is in our lives at the house, and I'm, I guess, kind of happy that I'll get to watch the Blackhawks and maybe the Bulls, although I'm not so excited about watching the Bulls. And, maybe the White Sox. I bet they're going to win more than, 36 games next year. They might win like 45 or 50. Maybe. 7:46 here at WRMN. The Cubs are not mathematically eliminated yet, but all but eliminated after getting beat by Oakland again. What a bunch of chumps, man. They lost 2 out of 3 to Colorado, 2 out of 3 to Oakland. Way to make a run for the playoffs, Cubs. Now we'll start to hear the fallout at the end of the season here from Cubs fans who don't understand why David Ross was dismissed and Craig Counsell was hired as the highest paid manager in baseball to take a team to the same record as Ross took them last year. Basically, the Cubs finished 83-79 last year. They're 77-75 right now. They'll have to go 6-4 in their last 10 games just to finish with the same record that they finished with last year. How about that? Things to talk to Marcus Mack about. He'll be on with me at 8:15 this morning. 7:47 here at WRMN. Well, don't worry, because the Cubs would not want to eat that big contract they give to Craig Counsell. And I'm not a Craig Counsell hater. I wasn't a David Ross lover. But we're not seeing any different results so far. Basically the same group of guys. The bullpen's different, but a lot of the same group otherwise. What will the Cubs do next year? Cubs fans want to know. But one thing they won't be is on this antenna TV. You'll still have to have Marquee to watch the Cubs. 7:48 here at WRMN. All right, right, we got to pretty much, I would say, for the most part, finish our staff meeting this hour because once we get the interviews going next hour, we'll have a few minutes early in the hour, I guess, but Marcus Mack on at 8:15, and then Maja, last name too hard to say, is coming in at 8:35, right after the bottom of the hour news next hour to talk about the High Haven Cannabis Dispensary opening up here in Elgin. Who was that just crept by? Was that Mike Warren? I'm not sure. It was a Mike Warren-like wave. I'm not sure. Saw Mike last night for a minute at the Moose Lodge. He was headed for the township where they were supposed to have a 708 board meeting last night, and for some reason or another got canceled. So he was able to go to the Moose instead. There goes the mystery man. Today, he's in the large red van. Ah, yes, I'm talking about Dick. The mystery man in the large red van, south to north on your radio dial. We saw Cecil Claus. He stopped by the radio station about 7:29 this morning. Linda Carter's outside. Mrs. Bossman's now in the house as some of our first shifters are milling around the radio station this morning on this beautiful morning. Always good to see Mrs. Bossman. 7:50 here at WRMN. What else is happening? Let's see. Oh yeah, the staff meeting. Let's head back to YouTube for a minute and see what we can do. To salute you, the great listeners who chime in every day. Dennis D. Not So Young checks in. Good morning, first shifters. Have a great day from the Nightmare. On Elm Street, Dennis D. Not So Young. Hector, I believe he's celebrating a birthday. I don't sing happy birthday to guys except for Oliver. And that's only because West Side Freddy made me. And Oliver's only 6, so that's different. Hector says, good morning, Mark and the first shifters from Hector. Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, and Uncle Boom Boom, they're in the house. They're raising da roof. Happy 36th birthday to me, says Hector, and my twin sister, Nicey. Or would that be Niecy? I love you, Twinkie, says Hector. Okay, we're getting all soggy in here, I see. I love you, little Twinkie. Love you, Twinkie.
Shut up! Shut up!
7:51 here at WRMN. And happy birthday to your wife, John, says Hector. That would be Sally. Dino checks in. The director, Dean DeLely. Good morning. God morning, he says. FRV. First shift, Marky B. We have been blessed with this great weather that has been upon us. Happy birthday to John's wife and Hector and Niecy. Have a great day, one and all, from the director, Dino. Thank you, Dean, says Hector. 32 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. CK checks in from afar. Comforting Kathleen says, good morning, Mark, and all the shifters. I made it to the North Woods. She's in the North Woods, too? With a Becky Boondocks, the mother of our great, late, crazy Kathy. CK is probably not with Becky Boondocks, but she's in some other area of the North Woods, and she sends 10 prayers to our prayer scoreboard today. 10 American flags, giving us a patriotic feeling. Cartman Dan checks in. He says, good morning, everyone, and have a great day. Mark, the end of calm, huh? The wind is calm. He can't spell. The wind is calm almost every morning. I am not busting your stones. Attention to details, says Cartman Dan, who once again is busting my stones.
Wow.
Cartman Dan.
Wow.
Says the wind is calm every morning. You idiot.
Wow.
Okay, he didn't say idiot, but inside his mind, he was thinking.
Loser.
Thinking I'm a
loser.
Maybe he's right. 7:53 here at WRMN. Linda Carter says, good morning, first shifters. Have a blessed day. From Linda C. to you and me. Cartman Dan says, Mayor Johnson of Chicago's campaign promise was to remove ShotSpotter. So, of course, he's going to veto the city council vote to keep ShotSpotter. So there's a mess brewing within the Chicago City Council. Sultan of South Elgin says ShotSpotter doubled the price because they had him over a barrel. So he cost the city more money. Neighbor Tom checks in across the street, and I think I just saw Miss Myrna pull up as well, as the party is on here on Douglas Avenue on this Thursday morning. Yes, indeed, it is Miss Myrna checking in to join the crowd today. Dad and son do it all, say, have a great Thursday, everyone. All the best from Junior, the second, and myself. And Hector sends 15 prayers. To our prayer scoreboard, we're up to 58. 127, the all-time record yesterday. Basic Brendan says, hey, WRMN friends, I'm Brendan, and I am listening.
Wow.
Thanks, Brendan. My name is Mark, and I am talking.
Wow.
That's how it works around here. 7:55 here at WRMN. The Sultan of South Elgin has given the local high school football schedule for tomorrow night. Elgin apparently is not playing Larkin. I don't know where I got that information. Cartman Dan would expect no more from me.
Loser.
Where did I get the information? I thought I heard that Elgin was playing Larkin.
Loser.
Apparently not. We'll have that scoreboard for you in a few minutes. 7:55 here at WRMN on this day in music history, taking us into the top of the hour. And then we'll come back with a few more of your comments before we get to Marcus Mack this morning to talk a couple of minutes of sports. Well, in 1979, the No Nukes concert was held at New York's Madison Square Garden. Lots of great performers, including Stephen Stills, David Crosby, Bonnie Raitt, the Doobie Brothers, Poco, Tom Petty, Carly Simon, James Taylor, and the boss man, Bruce Springsteen. And this man, one of my guys in the My Guys department of music, producer Cut the Jazz. Thank you. You're welcome. And now it's time to cue up some Jackson Browne. Take us into the top of the hour break. Talking about going to work each day, packing his lunch. It's The Pretender, a great song. It's the first shift here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning.
I'm gonna rid myself a house in the shade of the freeway. Gonna pack my lunch in the morning and go to work each day. And when the evening rolls around, I'll go on home and lay my body down. And when the morning light comes streaming in, I'll get up and do it again. Amen. Say it again. I wanna know what became of the changes we waited for love to bring. Were they only the fitful dreams of some greater awakening? I've been aware of the time going by. They say in the end it's the wink of an eye. Come streaming in, you'll get up and do it again. Amen. Caught between the longing for love and the struggle for the legal tender, where the sirens sing and the church bells ring and the junk man pounds his fender. At the traffic light, and the children solemnly wait for the ice cream vendor. Out into the cool of the evening strolls the pretender. was it all his hopes and dreams, beginning and there?
One of my favorite songs. It's The Pretender. It's Jackson Brown. Good morning to Nini Rose. Good morning to Jeremiah. Have a great day.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Join me, your host, Michael Francis Tuman, on my radio show, Chief Guard of the Republic, where we talk about all things national security and defense. Other topics will include personal security, safety, and dealing with law enforcement situations. Call in, ask me questions. I will get you answers. Every week, Saturday, noon until 1 p.m., here on Fox River Valley's 1410 a.m. WRMN.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Linzette's. In an unexpected turn of events, Middle River Power has decided to keep its Elgin Energy Center operational, scrapping earlier plans to close the 540-megawatt gas-fired plant in Illinois. This decision follows a significant surge in capacity prices in the PJM interconnection area, where prices skyrocketed to $270 per megawatt per day. King County has made its draft for the 2025 fiscal year budget publicly accessible, inviting residents to scrutinize and understand how their tax dollars might be allocated, totaling $416.7 million. It's a 4% decrease from the previous year. 18-year-old Manny Davis is under arrest after a school resource officer spearheaded an urgent investigation into a threat against Larkin High School. Elgin Police Department, upon verifying the threat's lack of credibility, charged Davis with 1 count of disorderly conduct, specifically making a threat of violence against the school a Class 4 felony. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favors, but I'm your #1 customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our #1 customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Located in the heart of Wisconsin Dells on beautiful Lake Delton, the Delton Oaks Resort offers a classic Wisconsin family vacation. It's an on-the-lake experience with available cabins, villas, and studio condos, all with home-style comforts and amenities. And extra space for family gatherings, reunions, and small groups. With a private sandy beach and dock, you can splash around, swim, and boat to your heart's content. There's a pontoon boat, kayak rentals, fire pit and barbecue grills are available for use for registered guests. Book your stay and enjoy all the ultimate Dells experience with bonus passes to Noah's Ark Water Park. From s'mores to oars, Delton Oaks Resort has something for everyone. Visit DeltonOaksResort.com. That's DeltonOaksResort.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Around second is Brown on his way to third, being waved home by Martins. Here comes the relay by Swanson, not even close. Sliding in with the left hand is Brown. All the way to third base is Geloff, and the A's are back ahead 4-3.
The action on A's radio in Wednesday's 5-3 win over the Cubs at Wrigley Field. The result allowed the Milwaukee Brewers to clinch the NL Central title for a third straight season. Milwaukee is the first Major League team to reach the 2024 postseason. Tyler Soderstrom homered and Zach Geloff hit a tie-breaking double in the eighth. The Cubs were held to a pair of hits through 4 innings, but finally broke through in the fifth. With the bases loaded, Dansby Swanson and Seiya Suzuki hit RBI singles. Cody Bellinger's sac fly made it 3-1. The Cubs are tied with St. Louis 7 games out of a wild card spot.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Free and Gentle. This back to school season, Tide and Downy are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com. It's 8:06 here at WRMN. Producer boy, can you please cue up the jazz music for me? Thank you. You're welcome. Me and my producer sound alike. Hey, why would I want to check out Mott's Lounge online? I'd rather check them out in person, you know what I'm saying? 8:06 on this Thursday morning here at WRMN. All right, let's see what's happening here. Well, I look forward to tomorrow night. I'm going to be over at the center of Elgin. I guess I get to MC an event tomorrow night for the seniors. It's a fundraiser for senior services. They have one every year, and myself and Danny Flores from the Elgin Police Department are going to co-MC that. So if you're a senior and you're going to be there, look forward to seeing you tomorrow night over down the street at the Center Ballroom. Heritage Ballroom. That'll be tomorrow night on a Friday night, and see if we can raise some money for senior services with some gift baskets and some different things that they'll have available during the raffles and the auction and all that. So that's tomorrow night. Hope to see you there. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. So when something comes to mind, it usually comes out. It's 8:07 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Marcus Mack joins me in a few minutes to talk sports. Let's talk sports right now for a second. Thanks to the Sultan of South Elgin, who is on YouTube this morning. He says, I have an early morning tomorrow. I will try to publish this again tomorrow morning, but here's the high school schedule for tomorrow night. From our first shift director of high school sports, the Sultan of South Elgin. South Elgin, ranked number 106, are at home tomorrow night against 3-0 West Aurora. That's no cupcake. That could be a pretty good game. We'll see what happens. South Elgin and West Aurora tomorrow night. out at South Elgin. This is not a dominating South Elgin team by any means, and West Aurora appears to be having one of their better teams in a number of years, so could be interesting. Number 353, Larkin, with their 0-3 record, 0 points scored in 3 games this year. Take on number 0-3, Aurora East, and they are at Aurora East tomorrow night. That should be a thriller. And then, which is it, South Elgin, Chris? He comes back and says number 450, Larkin, is at home against Riverside Brookfield. So one of those must be Elgin. Sultan of South Elgin says number 429, Streamwood, will host number 357, Bartlett. That'll be a barn burner at Streamwood. Streamwood actually won last week. They are the only U46 school to have a victory against a non-U46 school so far. And Bartlett used to be a pretty good football team before South Elgin came along. And now Bartlett's been stripped of their talent. They're not that good either. So we'll see what happens. Streamwood against Bartlett tomorrow night. Thanks for the schedule. We'll wait for that correction on which Elgin school is playing Riverside Brookfield. All right. Well, we've got Basic Brendan saying, good morning, First Shifters. My name is Brendan still. Thanks, Brendan, for letting us know your name. My name is Mark. We've reestablished that for the brand new hour. Brendan says, Wintrust Field is the home of the Schaumburg Boomers.
Wow.
Yes, it is. And it's also home of the big haunted house for Halloween. They do a lot of things with Wintrust Field. It's a nice field, not too far from here. On Springinsguth. Say that 5 times fast. Who named that street? Springinsguth Road? Danny from Medicare made A, B, C, D easy. You can't say that. I've noticed. Ever listen to Danny on Medicare made A, B, C, D easy on the first Tuesday of every month? I guess they have seminars over there on Springinsguth Road, and he just butchers the name of that road. He can't do it. It gives him word anxiety. I got that one under control. Other words give me word anxiety. 8:11 here at WRMN. John Priggy just gives me anxiety in general, but he's on the phone right now. Good morning, John.
Yeah, I get a dose from you too once in a while, so don't go too crazy.
I hear you, brother.
Hey, just real quick, if you are, or if anyone's traveling the northbound lane of South Liberty in front of Ellis Middle School, you may want to try and find your way around it or put on the patient's feed bag because there's an accident there. Elgin police have 2 cars there. So if you are heading north where Ellis Middle School will be on your right, you might want to jump off probably a block or 2 earlier just to get around that.
Okay. It's usually a traffic jam in that area this time of the morning anyway, just because of school being there.
Right, and no matter how many signs they put up and say, do not, you don't stop in front of the school or indicate that happens. But it looks like somebody turned in front of somebody else.
Yeah.
So
all right, John.
I don't think there's any injuries, but just stay away.
Well, thank you for the information, sir.
All right, thank you, and back to the program.
Have a great day.
All right, see you later, buddy.
Bye. John Priggy, who is a part of the program with important information. Today, traffic information. Yeah, if you spot a problem, feel free to give me a call. We're going to get my arms around this traffic situation here before too long, and we'll start bringing some local traffic back to the morning show as well. Thanks in the meantime for John to call in that accident, which is near Ellis Middle School. If you're heading north on Liberty Street towards Ellis, you may want to go around that situation if you can. 8:13 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful Wilma Cash checks in. She says, good morning, Thursday morning. Be happy, be safe, be blessed. 3 great things to be: happy, safe, and blessed. So the Emoji Queen sends us some emojis and a prayer. Prayer number 59 on our prayer scoreboard comes from the wonderful one, Wilma Cash. Let's take it on over to the Image 360 information line for a moment, 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410, where we say good morning to 58 Mike. He checked in this morning at 7:22, and he says, "Morning, anybody here? I'm here. Happy Thursday. It's hamburger night at the Legion." I'm not sure that's the official name of it, but hamburger night at the Legion, says 58 Mike, sending us 10 prayers where they are needed. And we have 69 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. The days are getting shorter and a little bit colder. Well, not colder yet, but yeah, a little bit shorter. It's pretty much dark by about 7 o'clock now. And it's dark longer in the mornings. It is what it is. Make the most of it. Enjoy life for all the seasons that it brings. 8:14 here at WRMN. Thanks, 58 Mike, for the token prizes last week. I still have to present those to the rest of the staff members that you made them for. Little first shifter badges from 58 Mike to me and a few others. Westside Freddy checks in. Trumpet toots from the west side. Good morning, Marky B, and all the first shifters and first shifters inside the Beehive Bar and Grill. Sounds good today, my brother. Keep up the good work. Your friend on the west side. Always listening. West side checking in. Pray for each other. Push until something happens. Pray until something happens. 73 prayers on our prayer scoreboard. And Linda Carter's going to tack on a few more. She says, welcome back to Thursday, everyone. Have a blessed day. LC sending a pile of prayers today. In fact, 21 prayers from LC. We now have 94 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. We're on the attack, the prayer attack, the Mac attack. It's 8:15 here at WRMN AM 1410, and let's head to the phones and catch up on a little bit of sports this morning as we are joined by Marcus Mack, who has a Saturday morning show, 10 until noon Saturday mornings right here on WRMN, the second half of our sports show doubleheader on Saturday morning. How you doing, Marcus?
Hey, what's going on, Marky B? How's it going?
I'm fine, man. How are you?
Doing excellent. You know, beautiful Thursday morning. Got a little Thursday night football today, and then we got some weekend action filled with sports.
Who plays on Thursday night football tonight, do you know?
Right now, currently, I believe, I just looked, too. It's the Patriots.
And the Jets.
Hold on, I want to get this one on, Marky B. Give me 1 second here. I don't want to tell the wrong team.
It's the Patriots and the Jets, Marcus Mack.
Patriots and the Jets. That's right. We've got Patriots and the Jets going. Aaron Rodgers on the big stage going against Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. So the Patriots take Jacoby Brissett back. He was with the Patriots, I think, a few years ago, and
yeah,
they're kind of in a quarterback transition mode right now. But we get to see Aaron Rodgers play tonight, and it seems like that game would go the Jets' way to me. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards Jets being able to take the Patriots. They were able to win a game to open the season, which was kind of caught people off guard considering the quarterback issues they have. But they still got a pretty solid defense and a pretty decent coaching staff that's been able to keep them relevant. And the one thing, check with the guys inside. And the one thing that I've noticed the most is that they have an offensive line, something the Chicago Bears might need to look into.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of the Bears against the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday. That's kind of anybody's guess right now, isn't it? The Bears come off that 19-13 loss on Sunday night. Offense was sluggish. I guess that's not so surprising. The offensive line struggling. 7 sacks against quarterback Caleb Williams. He looked great early in the game, Marcus, but then when the offensive line stopped holding up, Caleb was running for his life in the second half.
Yeah, it seemed that Houston's coaches identified that if they let Caleb continue to stand in that pocket, clean against a four-man rush, he was going to have a field day against them. And so once they made the change to start blitzing every pass play, the offensive line was not able to make any type of adjustments to keep him upright. And, yeah, like you said, resulted in 7 sacks. The offense only be able to produce 1 touchdown, and ultimately we lost because we couldn't get back in the end zone again a second time. And I'll tell you one thing, Marky B, the defense for the Bears is the real deal.
Yeah.
So if this offense can get it together, and really just the offensive line, because I know a lot of people had questions with Caleb as a rookie. What I've seen from him, Caleb is just fine. If he gets the protection he needs, the Bears' offense will start to make some noise.
I think so, too. I don't think it's too much to be read into the 19-13 loss. Houston's got a good team. And so you got the Colts and the Bears on Sunday. I don't want to cheat too much off your pick 6 sheet, Marcus. But who do you like in this game? It's kind of a toss-up, I would say.
Copy, and I like that. You know, here's the thing I've always kind of tried to do with my picks, even though I shouldn't. I'm a homer when it comes to the picks for the Bears. I've learned don't pick against the Bears, because then when they win, now I'm like, well, I should have picked my team. And so if I pick for them and they lose, I can live with that. But if I pick against them and they win, now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
So I always go with the Bears, and I do think that they're going to have a great shot. The Colts are not that good of a team. They're kind of in a rebuild mode themselves. The Bears definitely have the better quarterback, and I feel the better defense. So I think that the Bears should be able to pull this out 24-20.
24-20, says Marcus Mack of the Mack Attack, Saturday mornings from 10 until 12. And one more thought before I let you go, Marcus. Now it looks like with 10 games to play in the baseball season for the Cubs, they have a chance to finish with the same exact record as they had last year. They were 83-79 last year. They're 77-75 right now, so they'd have to go 6-4 to match last year's record. So they fire David Ross, they bring in Craig Counsell, hires paid manager in baseball, and they get the same results, it looks like.
Same results, nothing new. And this has got to be something where Jed Hoyer has got to be questioned. I'm going to give Craig Counsell the pass because he just been brought in. But this is the team. This is a construction of this team, and that falls on the GM. And the bullpen is porous. It was porous to start the season. It didn't change when they needed to make a move at the trade deadline. And the starting pitching hasn't been able to sustain that porous bullpen. In new baseball, as we know, most starting pitchers are only going 5 to 6 innings. So it's imperative that you have a good setup man and a good closer, and the Cubs lack both.
Yeah, and that offense has been so inconsistent all season, too.
So inconsistent.
Yeah.
Hitting at the end of the season. What happened when we needed it in June and July? And so, unfortunately, yes, still stuck in the same spot, even though you made all these so-called changes. And here's the crazy part about it. Not only are we circling around to the same spot again with records, we're also circling around again to the same spot with Cody Bellinger. Is he going to be back with the team again this year coming up?
Got like a $30 million option, I think, is something like that. So for the numbers he's put up this year, I'm not sure I would exercise that option for $30 million. I like Cody Bellinger, but that's a lot of money.
A lot of money and with zero results. So the Cubs are going to have to make some big decisions in this offseason because this was a huge missed opportunity. And I do believe that the Cubs were good enough to make the playoffs. They just didn't play like it.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Marcus Mack. We look forward to your show Saturday morning from 10 until noon, buddy.
All right, Marky B. Look forward to talking to you again next week, and hopefully my picks win.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to go cheat and make the same picks as you made so we can tie.
Copy. Copy. Have a great one, Mark.
All right, take care. Marcus Mack checking in. Saturday mornings, he's got a show. The Truth About Chicago Sports, the name of the show right now, at least. And before that, a show called Rise Up, which is supposed to focus on young guys playing in the minors and playing for some of our teams around here, maybe the Boomers and the Wolves and other teams making their way towards the big leagues, maybe even high school football. A lot of these high school players have future hopes to maybe be pro stars too. So Rise Up's the show before Marcus. It's on Saturday mornings from 8 until 10. And then stay tuned for more local programming as we stretch the Saturday local programming. I'll have more details on that coming up soon. But Saturday morning, or Saturday at noon, we have a show coming on as well. And it debuted last week. It's a local program, so listen into that. And Court Stevens has some music for you Saturday nights from 7 until 9. If you want to hear Court playing some country music and other things like that, a little music for your Saturday night. It's Court's CD Showcase. It's 8:23 here at WRMN. Oh, I forgot. I have one more phone call. 847-931-1410. Maja's in the house. Her last name's too hard to say. Yes, her name is Maja, too hard to say. That's what I'm going with. We'll let her correct me in a few minutes when she's here. And we'll have her after the bottom of the hour news to talk about the opening of High Haven. Let's see what this caller wants to talk about. 847-931-1410 on this Thursday morning. Good morning.
Dang it.
Welcome to the first shift.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, it's Nini Rose.
Nini Rose, what you doing? How are you?
Hey, yes. I want to say happy birthday to my son, Hector.
Yes, ma'am.
And his twin sister. Her name is Nisi. She's working right now. She's working at the school district in 300.
Uh-huh.
But I want to say happy birthday to my babies. They're my twins.
36 years old, Nini Rose.
I know I'm getting old, Marky B.
It's happening to all of us, Nini Rose.
Exactly. And then here's Jeremiah. He wants to say happy birthday also on the radio to his daddy and his auntie.
Okay, sounds good.
Happy birthday, Dad. I love you. And Nisi. Auntie D, Nisi.
Thanks, Jeremiah, for saying happy birthday. Thanks for joining us on the air.
That's it. Okay, thank you so much. Happy birthday, Hector and Nisi. I love you.
Take care, Nini Rose. Thanks for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nini Rose. She's from the Soto family. The first shift famous Soto family. 8:25 here at WRMN. So go to our website, WRMN1410.com. I'm there right now. Click on the Pick 6 contest. Tab is on the top right side of the page. And you will see that it's brought to you by Rookies All-American Sports Pub and Grill. And then you scroll on down a little bit. It says how it works. Each week during the NFL season, listeners have the chance to win a $25 gift card to Rookies All-American Sports Bar and Grill. The certificate is also redeemable at any of the following restaurants: Village Squire, Old Republic Bar and Grill, and Alexander's Restaurant. You can click on the tab that says Weekly Picks Sheet, and you'll see the games. Chicago Bears at Indianapolis Colts at noon. Houston Texans at Minnesota Vikings at noon. That should be an interesting game. Los Angeles Chargers at Pittsburgh Steelers at noon. I like some of these games. I picked them. But I also like them. The Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans at noon. Who wins this one? Malik Willis, who's filling in for Jordan Love. Is he still filling in for Love, or is Love going to return Sunday? If it's Willis, then they're playing in Nashville against the team that Willis used to play for as a rookie before going to Green Bay as a backup. So, interesting matchup there. Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals. I don't know. The Cardinals are showing life this year. They're 1-1. So are the Lions. That's a 3:25 game. Going to be a tough one for the Lions. What's up with the Baltimore Ravens? They lost to the Raiders last week. The Ravens are 0-2, and they are at the Dallas Cowboys. That's a 3:25 game on Sunday as well. That's 6 pretty good, interesting games, making up your pick 6. And I have a 7th game to use as our tiebreaker. It's the Kansas City Chiefs against the Atlanta Falcons. That's the Sunday night game, I believe. The Sunday night game. Yes, it's 7:20. Kansas City's 2-0. Atlanta's 1-1. Vikings came alive. The Falcons, rather, came alive and beat the Eagles on Monday night by 1 point. And the Chiefs beat the Bengals by 1 point. This is the 7:20 game. You got to circle your team that you think is going to win. And in the last game, also give the final score. So we have a couple of different ways to break this tie in case we have a lot of people tied at the top. We'll have some sheets available. We're open Saturday mornings only right now in the Redemption Center. So the best way to do it is go online, like I just described, at WRMN1410.com and make your picks that way. Chance to win a $25 gift card all through the season. We'll give our picks tomorrow on the show. Tim Calderwood, myself, Jakes, Larry Jones will submit his because Larry's going to be out tomorrow. All right, 8:28 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We got Maja right around the corner. I'm going to go and retrieve Maja and bring her in the room. We're going to talk about High Haven coming up in a few minutes, right after the news that we hit here at the bottom of the hour. Let's see. Usually I play a song heading into the bottom of the hour break. I kind of forgot to do that. So we have 1 minute until the bottom of the hour break. Let me just check on YouTube and see if we have any more comments to pass along to take us to the bottom of the hour. We have the Dutchman's Wood Shack checking in. He says, good morning, coffee's up. It's Thirsty Thursday, says the Dutchman's Wood Shack.
Whatever.
I've been hearing the Dutchman moonlighting on Sonar's Apolitical Talk Show, which is on the air every day from 4 until 6. Join Sonar and Ben Demonium Boquist for some political talk and other items that they find fascinating and want to share with you. That's the second half of our Fox Valley Afternoons from 4 until 6. Before that, the first half. Fox Valley Afternoons, Talk Time with Tammy, on the air every day from 2 until 4. And today we'll see if it's Nancy's turn. She bebops back and forth between Mary and Nancy and sometimes Becky. And maybe you at 847-931-1410. I think she's going to give away tickets, by the way, to Dark Hollows at Camp Big Timber today on her show, now that I think of it, with a Halloween question. So listen in, be a part of that, and maybe win. Let's check some bottom of the hour news now. Heading for a high of 87, sunshine and building clouds as the day goes on.
1410 WRMN Newsflash. I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Linzette's. King County has made its draft for the 2025 fiscal year budget publicly accessible, inviting residents to scrutinize and understand how their tax dollars might be allocated, totaling $416.7 million. It's a 4% decrease from the previous year. 18-year-old Manny Davis is under arrest after a school resource officer spearheaded an urgent investigation into a threat against Larkin High School. Elgin Police Department, upon verifying the threat's lack of credibility, charged Davis with one count of disorderly conduct, specifically making a threat of violence against a school a Class 4 felony. In an unexpected turn of events, Middle River Power has decided to keep its Elgin Energy Center operational, scrapping earlier plans to close the 540-megawatt gas-fired plant in Illinois. This decision follows a significant surge in capacity prices in the PJM interconnection area, where prices skyrocketed to $270 per megawatt per day. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan.
Flo here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favors, but I'm your number one customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our number one customer.
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind, but Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Colts tangle this Sunday afternoon in Indianapolis. Keenan Allen and Tevin Jenkins sat out practice Wednesday. Allen missed practice all last week and didn't play in Sunday's loss against the Texans. He's got a heel injury. Head coach Matt Eberflus says there's no timeline in place for Allen's return. Jenkins is out after suffering a deep thigh bruise against the Texans. No roster moves or changes to the offensive line that coughed up 7 sacks last week. Tomorrow night, it's a top 25 matchup for number 24 Illinois at number 22 Nebraska. Both teams are 3-0. Number 23 Northern Illinois home Saturday afternoon against Buffalo. Northwestern on the road Saturday at Washington. Southern Illinois hosts Southeast Missouri Saturday. Number 17 Notre Dame plays host to Miami of Ohio.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent. So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle.
Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle. This back-to-school season, Tide and Downey are giving back with $1.5 million in scholarships. Enter to win. No purchase necessary. US/TC 17+. End September 30th. Rules. Tide.com/scholarship/official rules.
At Knucklehead's Trampoline and Indoor Amusement Park in Wisconsin Dells, you're in for a fun-packed family experience. There's a bit of something for everyone to enjoy, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. A trampoline park, full arcade, cosmic bowling lanes, and many amusement rides located in their 80,000 square foot indoor entertainment facility. A great attraction for team building activities or just plain fun. Open daily at the outlets at the Dells Complex in Wisconsin Dells. Contact Knuckleheads at 608-254-7332 or visit their website at knuckleheadspark.com.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com. Get ready for a laugh-out-loud trip back to Hollywood's golden age with the Elgin Theater Company's performance of Moonlight and Magnolias at the Elgin Art Showcase Building at 164 Division Street in Elgin. This fast-paced comedy reveals the behind-the-scenes chaos between film producer David O. Selznick, director Victor Fleming, and screenwriter Ben Heck, as, in a mere 5 days, they struggle to write the screenplay for Gone with the Wind. Join in September 13th through to the 22nd, with showings on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. Find out more at elgin-theater.org.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
And the first shift continues 8:36 here at WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. It's a Thursday morning. We are about a day. Let's see, 8:36, 24, 29, about 29 hours and 24 minutes away from the ribbon cutting for the new High Haven Dispensary, which is opening at 15 Clock Tower Plaza in Elgin, and it is coming up. And the grand opening is Saturday, 9 to 5, and the ribbon cutting is tomorrow. And Maja is here to talk about it. I didn't dare try to even pronounce your last name, Maja. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning. Thank you. It's Maja Solomanji. I'm the CEO and founder of High Haven Dispensary, and I'm really, really happy to be bringing it to Elgin. So.
She said, Maja, too hard to say. Something like that. Well, welcome to the show on this Thursday. I know you've been in the studio here, but it's been a long time ago. This is a situation where this weekend is a grand opening that's been in the works for a long, long time, right? Finally, it's the beginning, but it's the end of a long wait for the beginning, right?
Absolutely. We've been working on this project since 2019, really hoping to get a dispensary into Elgin for a very long time. I think the community will be very happy with how we operate and just the benefits that come financially from having a dispensary in town. So really, really exciting.
So the ribbon cutting is tomorrow at 2, right? And then the actual grand opening itself is Saturday from 9 until 5.
That is exactly right. So tomorrow ribbon cutting, and then Saturday is the big day. First 100 customers get a free swag bag. We have a lot of cultivators that are coming to just educate and be part of the support. We have a after party happening at Vern's Lounge, another woman-owned business. So happy to be partnering with them. And so come check out the store. It's a great time. We are offering 40% off for like the first 2 weeks of business, just to get people. All we ask is you join the loyalty program and come share, learn more about what we do.
What are going to be the general hours? Do you know offhand what the general hours are going to be over there?
I do.
Yeah.
Our hours are long. They're from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday, we're from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then on Sundays, we open at 10 a.m. and then close at 9 p.m.
Okay. So a little bit different from day to day, but pretty long hours most days.
Absolutely.
And open 7 days a week. Sometimes businesses these days don't open on Mondays and Tuesdays anymore, but this High Haven's going to stay open 7 days a week.
That's exactly right. Yes. I think, we offer lots of medical patient discounts and veteran discounts and things like that. So the community, as much as it is a recreational store, also people come for medicinal use, and that's part of why we stay open.
So why are you involved? Now, before we get to that, though, let's talk about the journey that got you to where you are at 15 Clock Tower Plaza, because that wasn't the original plan, right? I mean, I'm glad you're down here. I think it's got some good potential for the combination of a dispensary and the things that could help downtown Elgin with. But that wasn't the original intent. It was going to be over on Randall Road, right?
That's exactly right. Yes, we were planning on being on Randall earlier when we first went through this process. The lease didn't really work out. The landlord there and the company, we couldn't come to an agreement on exactly how to make that work. And there were some concerns around parking and things of that nature. So we really feel this is a great location for us to be at. There is so much parking. It's in the hub of the downtown. It really feels like we're very much connected right to what's happening.
Yeah.
The casino's nearby. Down the street is all the bars and the restaurants, and really things are walkable. And we've got, the great Butera location there, and just so many businesses that I believe strongly will end up seeing so much more traffic because we're there. So I think that entire corridor that entire shopping area will really see a lot more business.
Well, and I think if downtown eventually is going to be the success that we hope it is, it's got to expand its borders just a little bit. I mean, we need to think of the the Neenah neighborhood as downtown, and we need to think of that area around Clock Tower as downtown, because more people need to live in these areas and patronize our downtown area. So we need to bring it all together. So even though you're maybe not in the heart of downtown, might as well call yourself downtown, because we want to stretch it a little bit, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And all the benefits that come to being a downtown business, being part of the farmers market and really having, relations with the DNS. And so it just really is a great part of the neighborhood.
Yeah. So you're an Elgin person. You grew up in Elgin, right?
I grew up in Elgin. I'm an Elginite, I like to say.
Elginite, yeah. Elgin person is not the way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. From grade school on to Larkin, and even some years at ECC. And so very, very involved with the community here. I also early on worked in Elgin, and had a career over at the Manor Care. At that time, it was Manor Care, a skilled nursing facility, so I did healthcare here, and really was involved in a lot of the senior service associations and things of that nature. So.
Yeah. Well, you have anything over at High Haven that can help the Larkin football team? They haven't scored a point in 3 games this year.
Unfortunately, they're not 21 yet.
Yeah.
but when they are.
Yeah. So why are you involved in this? I mean, talk about your background a little bit. What makes you someone who, for lack of a better term, is an expert in this sort of field?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I started my career in healthcare, and I did about 15 years there. Really a lot of, public health work, understanding policy work, helping hospitals and skilled nursing facilities and step-down facilities understand what it looks like to rehab and what reimbursement looks like and things like that. Anyway, it was mostly business development. And in 2014, when cannabis was made into a medical program in Illinois, I decided to leave an executive level position at my career in healthcare and come over to cannabis. I truly believe that there was a bright future for it, and really wanted to help a lot of patients getting access to the medicine. And so I started a program, worked for a large company at that time, small company. It started in 2015, and they had 4 dispensaries here in Illinois. And I had the good fortune of helping them open their 4 dispensaries here in Illinois, but we expanded to 8 at some point in Illinois. And then I watched that company get 47 licenses nationally, help them put up stores in Pennsylvania, help them put up stores in Maryland, Ohio, Oklahoma, Michigan, you name it. So it had a lot of great experience and it had a big company backing. So we were one of the first largest cannabis companies really to operate in the state of Illinois. From there, I learned the ropes extremely well, and in 2019, I went out on my own, applied for licenses, and had the good fortune of winning 5 licenses in a lottery system for the application process. And then here we are, long road, but getting the stores financed, getting the right team together, and really being able to be diligent about the process of how to open these stores. So we've become an expert at it. We've done it several times, but we have a store in Darien, High Haven dispensary store in Darien. We have one in Normal, Bloomington that just opened, and then this is our third in Elgin.
Well, I turn to my friend Artificial Intelligence to come up with some questions for me to ask you today, and some that relate to me. I'm trying to pick the good ones here that I would ask anyway. Like, for instance, I don't know much about it. Going to a dispensary has not really been my thing over time, so this is going to be something that maybe I'm learning about for the very first time. And so how would you plan to educate your customers about cannabis and its benefits? Because I think a lot of people probably in the same boat that I'm in.
Absolutely. I always think that the new to market, the new user coming in for cannabis is a really interesting person. They spend the most time with our bud tenders. They come in and they are curious about what's on the packaging, and they're curious about what the products are. And typically, they're looking for something that is a low dose. So we explain how cannabis works in the body, and we've got materials. If you walk in through the store, the first thing you'll see at the front reception is, of course, all of this interesting, fun stuff, but you'll see education for the customer. So anybody can take that. That is the first path of it. But really, the expert behind the doors are your bud tenders, is your dispensary staff. These are people that are mandated by the state to have at least a minimum of 8 hours of training every year. Now, we give them way more than that. Every cultivator that comes in gives them more training. State regulations change. We give them more training. But really, we also give them something called responsible vendor training. So the education really starts with our staff. Once our staff is well educated, they understand what's going on, they can have these meaningful conversations then with the rest of the public who comes on in to shop. Some people will come in just to ask questions. They're curious about what's happening, and we welcome that too. It doesn't have to be, we'd love for you to come and try the product, but get comfortable with what we do, understand how THC works in your body and how it can affect your day-to-day. And if you think it's effective for you, then this is a good product, and come on in, we'll teach you more about it.
So the people that are going to teach people more about it are called bud tenders?
That's right. Nice. Exactly. Bud tenders. We have, of course, a general manager at the store. We have people who are agents in charge. So everybody who works at a dispensary is, background check through the state. They have a special badge. You have to display your badge at all times when you're in the store if you're an agent working. And it's a really interesting process.
So what are the types of products that are offered at a cannabis dispensary?
Yes, absolutely. So we have all different categories. Flower tends to be the biggest category, which is the bud of the plant. That is typically what people will put into a pipe or what they'll roll into a joint or something like that. And so flower, all sorts of different flower products. They come in, eighths. They come in quarters, or they come in sometimes half ounces, so people can purchase that. We also have pre-rolls, which is a big category where it's already rolled for you. You don't have to roll it yourself. It comes in a 5-pack or it comes in a single pre-roll. We have edibles, which is a huge category, and that is basically anything from a 5 milligram dosing, sometimes 2 milligram dosing, all the way to maybe 50 milligrams of dosing. We also have beverages, so you can drink your cannabis nowadays if you'd like to, which is very interesting. Yes, and there's also concentrates, dabs, vapes, things like that. So, there's a plethora, but what's interesting nowadays, you can also find products that are topicals for aches and pains that are, joint pains. You can get patches, which are just, slow, low dose coming in through the body through like a skin softener that kind of helps to absorb the THC contents or the different cannabinoids. So we've got so many different things. Even like personal lubricants are on the market nowadays. So it is just a huge plethora. We see people with baked goods, olive oil, I mean, you name it, and we can infuse it.
Really? So you'll have all those different things?
We will, yeah. We have a big menu selection. We try to pick, I mean, like, even some popcorns, cookies, things like that. People can find very, very different select items. The good thing with us is we're local and we're, small business owners. So if there is something that is really enjoyable and can be found at a different dispensary and we don't carry it, we can put in a special order and have it in the store. So
is there, you have gummies?
We do. We have gummies. Absolutely.
Too?
That's the edible market. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So anything that's edible, gummies are part of that.
Huh. So I have a comment on YouTube, WRMN Radio on YouTube from Kay. I don't know if you can make sense of this comment or not, but it says, are you medical? If not, why not?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a really great question. So I'd love to talk to people about this. So the state only issued adult use licenses for this last round of dispensaries. So the state won't allow us to actually offer a medical program. However, at High Haven, we have decided that it is in our best interest and in the patient's best interest to be to be able to serve them medical products and to be able to offer them the medical discount. So what happens is if you go to a medical dispensary, a medical patient shows their card and they're able to receive no tax or a tax benefit. So they don't have, their pricing is a little bit better and they might have access to a few different products. So what we've done is we make sure we curate products that have medicinal value, and what we'll do is we'll go ahead and discount the patient that medical. They just have to show the same card, but that's 7 days a week as well. It's, anytime you come in, if you're a medical patient, you can shop at our stores. We just end up taking that out of our bottom line instead of the state helping us with that.
Oh, okay. So they would so if they come in, you're not a medical dispensary, but the products they can get from a medical dispensary are the same, basically?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I usually suggest all cannabis is medicinal, depending on how you're using it. If you understand the cannabinoid content and the THC percentage, you will know how to dose yourself for the ailment or the symptom that you are looking to relieve yourself from. So I think it's, all products are medical, but it just really depends on the cultivator and how they're making the product.
Okay, and so I've also heard that it can be a sleep aid, which a lot of people have problems sleeping at night.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, there is a cannabinoid called CBN, and this is just, when THC tends to get a little bit older, it makes you a little bit more sleepier, and this is a specific cannabinoid they can extract and put into gummies, and they are very effective. A lot of the older population chooses to take a gummy before they go to bed. It's a lot easier than having to take an Ambien or something of that nature.
Yeah. And maybe healthier, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, 10 before 9 here at WRMN. Well, thanks for coming in. Anything else we need that I haven't covered that you want to make sure we mention today?
No, just, happy to be in Elgin. Stop by our grand opening. Come support us. We are really excited to serve the community.
Got one more comment on YouTube from the Sultan of South Elgin. He says, what percentage of your sales do you expect to qualify as medical sales? I'm sure you have a number in mind to make sure your business model works. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I don't know that we all of our sales are mostly all coming out as recreational sales. So based off of taxes, they will all come off as recreational. However, we assume that, most 20 to 30% of the people who come into the dispensary are looking for some kind of medicinal purpose for their product. So I think that's typically what we'll see.
Okay. High Haven is at 15 Clock Tower Plaza, 9 to 5 opening day on Saturday. The ribbon cutting tomorrow at 2 if you want to stop by and see what's happening over there. And then there's a website people can check out too, right?
Absolutely. Go to highhavencannabis.com. You'll see all of our stores and you'll be able to shop online and have a good experience.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for being here, Maja. Good talking to you, and I'm sure this won't be the last time. We'll have you in more often on a regular basis.
I'm looking forward to it, Mark. Thank you so much.
Thanks. All right, Maja checking in, and we're talking about High Haven. We'll be talking more about that as we move forward. It's 8:51 here on WRMN. Coming up next hour, Brian Anderson's in with his guest, Sylvia, so stay tuned for that. It's King County Speaks coming up next hour. Stay tuned. We'll finish up the 8 o'clock hour in just a moment.
Welcome to the brand new Avid Hotel, Wisconsin Dells Lake Delton, where the essentials are done right every time. All while in the water park capital of the world. Make a splash at Noah's Ark, America's largest water park. Or at the Land of Natura, Wisconsin Dells Natural Water Park Experience. Family fun at Knucklehead's Trampoline Park. And enjoy train-delivered food at Buffalo Phil's Pizza and Grill. Start your day with our free all-around breakfast featuring rotating hot items and freshly ground premium coffee right here in the lobby. And a 24/7 fitness center. The new Abbott Hotel, 1273 Kalahari Drive, Wisconsin Dells. Call us at 608-404-7600 to book your next getaway. 608-404-7600. Once again, that's 608-404-7600. Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
All right. Well, it's a busy morning over here at WRMN. Good to have Maja in. Maja, name too hard to say. The person in charge of High Haven Cannabis Dispensary, and we're going to have more talk about that in the future. But in the next hour, we're going to have some local talk about issues, politics, and things of that nature. As Sylvia Schraggy's here, she's going to join Brian Anderson in just a few minutes, and looks like we might have some pictures to show. Some show and tell next hour, too, so that's all on the way. It's 8:54 here at WRMN. Coming up at 10, it's Out to Lunch with Matt, and then later on this afternoon, we will have talk time with Tammy, 2 to 4, part of Fox Valley Afternoons, and the second half will be a political talk show with Sonar and Bendemonium Boquist. All right, 8:55. What do I do for the next 4 minutes here at WRMN? Let's check our Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. Nothing new there, but I do have to say good morning to Nando. Thanks, Nando, for checking in this morning at 12:52 a.m. Nice time to check in. He says, good morning, everyone, and happy birthday to Hector. Good to hear from Ninny Rose this morning. A short time ago, she called in on the show and said happy birthday to her son and niece, both turning 36 today. I did get this. This is some decent information to share at the end of this hour as we get ready for Kane County Speaks in a few minutes. By the way, what we're going to do in about 4 minutes is I'm going to shut down this current YouTube Live, and we will start up another one so that Kane County Speaks can live on its own on YouTube, and that'll be in the next hour. So stay tuned for Brian Anderson and Sylvia Schraggy. We're going to talk about some local issues, politics, and why Sylvia is your perfect candidate for Kane County Board this year. David T. stopped in. He's grabbing him a Pick 6 sheet, and you can fill out a Pick 6 sheet online at WRMN1410.com. Click on the Pick 6 link, maybe win a $25 gift card to Rookie's All-American Sports Pub or Grill, or Village Squire, or Alexander's, or Old Republic, your choice. All right, we're heading for the 9 o'clock hour. So this came to me in the mail from the County of Kane. You may have heard of Kane County. Dear Deputy Registrar, one of my many titles. That's right, I have lots of titles, you know. Loser. Well, that's one of my titles. Loser. But I'm also a Deputy Registrar. And Kane County wants me to know that the last day to register to vote for the November 5th general election will be Tuesday, October the 8th. So if you're not registered, come on. Tuesday, October the 8th is the last day to register to vote for the November 5th election. And we need you to vote. Your vote is important. learn about the candidates. You're going to learn about one next hour. And place a vote. Even if you're not an expert, at least you can say you had a part of the process of deciding who your leaders are locally. So, all completed voter registration forms must be returned to the to the election department at the Kane County Clerk's office in Geneva by Wednesday, October the 9th. That's a note to me. Let's see. Voter registration will reopen on Thursday, November the 7th after the November 5th election. So be sure to register by the 8th of October. And if you'd like me to sign you up, I can do that. I'm a deputy registrar. How about that? Otherwise, contact the Kane County Clerk's office and they can get you registered. I think you can register over at the Elgin Township building too at 729 South McLean here locally. Many different ways to register if you haven't. There's no shame in getting involved in politics, at least to become a voter a little later in life, as long as you become involved. So you can make a difference one way or another, as little or as much as you want to. All right, well, coming up, we've got Kane County Speaks. I'm going to shut down this YouTube and start up another one shortly.
College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher